What is going on, guys? How are we all doing? My name is Bobo. Let me introduce myself a little bit. So I am a promoter from Liverpool, or I was before the whole COVID little thing, do you know what I mean? I haven't put a gig on in ages, absolutely ages. But yeah, I just decided I missed doing something for the music community, so I decided to start doing a little bit of album reviewing. So here is a little bash. I've never done anything like this before, so I'm just going to absolutely wing it, to be fair. Right, the band that we're going to be taking a look at and the album we're going to be taking a look at is Harijan. I'm not completely sure how to pronounce the name. I'm going to go with Harijan. If I'm wrong, do let us know in the comments and stuff like that. So, they're one of those bands for me that they've always been on the scene, but I don't think I've ever actually seen them live. If I have seen them, I'll have seen them at like one of those festivals or one of those gigs where like you've got the wristband and that for it. You've got the photos of you being there, but you've got no actual memory of being there. So if I have, it's been one of those festivals, you know what I mean? Harijan formed in the early 2000s, probably when I was still in school. They were massively involved with the Manchester punk and ska scenes, and in like 2010. And in 2010, they took a little bit of a hiatus until 2019, where they came back, blasted out a couple of gigs and settled down to start writing or recording their new album. So, I don't remember actually seeing Harijan, but obviously they've been on the scene. I've heard quite a couple of the songs and that over the years, and the album comes in with Curriculum Vitae, and like, it's exactly what I wanted, you know what I mean? It's like proper bouncy, it's proper scary, it's got like proper heavy reggae drumming, it's got proper thunder and melodic bouncy bass lines, loads of dubby bits and loads of heavy bits that are almost metal-y. And like, when I was first listening to it, I had my headphones on, and I was just in the kitchen making dinner and that for my kids, and I just spent like an hour. I think it's an hour and 10 minutes I think the album's on for. Spent an hour and whatever minutes just skanking around the kitchen, making dinner and stuff like that, and it was boss. It was just like a just a little injection of nostalgia back into like being 17, and just like everything that I was listening to back then was this, and it was just I loved it. But yeah, Curriculum Vitae is an absolutely boss song, like that bouncy, a proper hello, we're here, do you know what I mean? It's boss. And next on the song list is Paranoid, and instantly the bass, it's like booming, it's melodic. Like the horns, these like sharp, stabby, syncopated vocals, and to be honest with you, it's like absolutely fantastic. It's putting the vocals as an instrument, like it's doing it in a different like way rather than like a sing-songy way. It's like in a percussive way, and I know it's been done before, but like it works so well, and it's absolutely fantastic. Next up, you've got Box Packer, which is a decent little tune, and we've got Divide and Rule, which is awesome as well. It's got super dubby, it's quite chilled out, quite spacey, and to be honest with you, they're both decent tunes. Next on the album is a song called Down It, song number 5. And before I go into this song, like one of my pet hates in music, it proper does my head in, it really does my head in, is when you've got bands that are, you've got an accent like mine, you've got a strong regional dialect, strong regional accent, like you might be from Liverpool, you might be from like Birmingham, you might be from Glasgow, you might be from Northern Ireland, you're in this band and you start playing your music, it's boss, everyone's enjoying it, then the vocalist starts singing and he's just in an American accent, and like that does my head in more than anything. Like none of these songs I've heard so far none of these songs that I've heard so far have had any of that, but this next song, it's called Down It, and it's very much not that at all. Let me just play a little second of it. But you know what I mean? Like the accent's super strong in there. It's well good. I really enjoy that. Like the song, it's 4 minutes 54 seconds. It's like loads of ska. It's got a couple of like little metal-y bits. It's got like loads of skanking guitar, loads of drums. It's got a dead boss brass section, as you just heard a little bit of it as well. And like, I was listening to it, and a proper made me miss gigs like something ridiculous, because obviously, but that's a fantastic little song, to be fair. And you know, I have no idea how to pronounce it. It's Halux Valgus, maybe Halux Valgus. Like, it's very much like the Californian like second wave, like ska, third wave ska, is it? Not really like the Real Big Fish, but like the more stonery kind of ska, like the Expendables, Pepper, Slightly Stupid, Soldier. And like, to be fair, now that I think about that, well, I did when I was actually writing this review, now I actually thought that damn song sounded like that. The whole of the album's got a very much an Expendables kind of like breakdown, whole kind of feel sound, and like, that's boss. Like, I love that. I really love that. It's not like a copy by any means, but like, it's very heavily influenced, or at the very least, like, quite a few of the songs are, and fair play. I'm not gonna argue with that whatsoever. Next two songs on this are called Decondition and Simultaneous Mischievous Smiles. That's a proper mouthful. That's a proper mouthful to say. Imagine saying that after you've had a couple of bevies. But yeah, they're just as good as everything I've came to expect from this band so far. And it's just like, all together between the two of them, it's just like 9 minutes of just like dubby, like scary, punky goodness is what I'm gonna go for. That's what I'm gonna say it is. Next banger on this album is song number 9. It is called Airhead. It definitely picks up the pace a little bit from the last couple of songs. It's not that many like ska bits. It's not got that many bouncy bits. It's like loads of angsty punk, but like, it hasn't got the distortion kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's quite clean, but not clean, and it's just sick. Like, it's proper sick. And it's perfectly placed after a couple of slower tunes, which is fair play. Skint is next on there. I know I said about the accents and preferring like people singing with the regional dialects and that. One of the issues that you do come across, like bloody hell, people can't even understand me half the time when I'm just speaking, never mind from singing or anything. But like, if you've got a really heavy accent, like, it's quite hard to get your words across. And in Skint, which it's an absolute banger of a tune, I don't really fully understand all the words that are going on. I can get the gist of it, but I've just very much noticed that I just can't get onto it. But yeah, it's like proper lively, it's proper stompy, it's got like a proper feel good kind of thing going on. It's a powerhouse from the start right through to the end, to be fair. It's got like a proper clear, concise beat that runs right through it, and it's like, again, like, stuff like that proper makes me miss gigs. We're down to the last little stretch of this album now, and I don't feel as if I'm rambling on too much yet, which is pretty good. If you're wondering what I'm looking at, I've got all my notes, which I am going to release as a written review as well, which is quite good. But yeah, I'm enjoying it, to be fair. I'm falling off my words a little bit, but I am enjoying it. But yeah, what I put next is, we're down to the last little stretch of this album, and like, I've really found every second of it fantastic, to be fair. There's not really been a single weak song on the whole thing so far, and I've enjoyed like every second of it, to be fair. And I was dead excited to start listening to the next couple of songs. B's and E's, to be fair, like, it didn't fail to disappoint. It's coming in track number 11. That's 13 album track, to be fair. Like, the tune's boss, the horns of the proper prominence in it. Like, there's loads of like pace changes throughout the thing. It's got loads of dubby, spacey bits, which are dead good, and then it's got loads of like heavier bits, like little almost metal-y, and then like all the choruses about B's and E's, which, you know, I'm not going to go too much into that on YouTube. Loads of extracurricular activities, should we say. And it's just a boss little tune. I want to play like a little bit of a second of it so you can get the feel of it. There's the like little Expendables kind of thing. And then like from there it goes into bouncy, do you know what I mean? Just proper bouncy, to be fair. And during it, Portland Street, it's loud, it's bassy, it's dancey, it's just generally beefy. It's like, it's one of those songs I reckon, like, recorded version of it just never gonna do it justice. It's just never ever gonna do it justice. Like, I can already imagine it again. I'm missing gigs. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it. I miss gigs. But like, I can just imagine it like an absolutely packed room, like loads of smelly, ugly, beautiful punks in the back of it, just absolutely bouncing. The walls are shaking, and it's just like, that's how that song needs to be heard. And it's not that it's being recorded in a bad way whatsoever. It's really, really good, but like, just the way it's all pieced together, it needs to be heavy, it needs to be loud, it needs to be amplified. It's boss. Last song on this is called Synchronicity, and again, same with the whole album, to be fair, it's just been absolutely boss. Loads of bounciness, loads of everything, and it's just like the whole album's got like a bit of a like, it's ska in it, you know what I mean? It's got like a feel good album to it, like, but it's not ska. Like, to call these skas an injustice to them, to call them ska punks an injustice to them, to be fair. They've got so many things going on to them, like the horn sections are so onto it. Like, I love, don't get me wrong, I love a good horn section, but sometimes there's too much horns. I love a good horn section, but sometimes there's too much horns. And like the horn section on this, they know where too much horns are, which is fantastic. They're clear and concise. The drums are boss, the bass is boss, the guitars are boss, the vocals are boss. There's so many different like varieties to like how the vocalist sings, which is boss. There's so many different factors to them. Like, if you're in Harijan, if you are watching this, like, absolutely well done, to be fair. This album's boss, he's absolutely smashed it. And I can't wait to see you at a gig properly live. If you want to come to Liverpool, drop me an email, drop me a message. If any of you are on my Facebook or whatever, get in touch with me. Go to No Direction on Facebook. There will be links down below to where to reach me. If you are watching this, if you enjoyed it, please do give us a little thumbs up, give us a little subscribe, and hit the bell notification in the bottom corner, whatever side it is. I don't know what it is from where I am sat, to be fair. It is that side, do you know what I mean? It is that side. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, do let us know. Like, I've enjoyed doing it, to be fair. If you want to see more of it, let us know on that. And like, subscribe and share and all that jazz. Thank you very much. My name is Bobo. We are No Direction, and I'll see you all in the next video. Ta-da! Mwah!